Good evening. The construction of Cornwall's first mental health unit for young people is well underway in Bodmin and is set to welcome its first patients at the end of September.
The new £11 million Sowenna unit will have 14 beds for under 18s in need of support in Cornwall. Our reporter Grace Pascoe is at the site in Bodmin for us this evening. Grace, you've had a tour of the unit today. How important will it be for the county?
Well, very. Right now, there is no mental health unit for young people in the county. So that means extra travel, sometimes hundreds of miles, extra stress and sometimes slower recovery times too. But this building behind me should change all that. Now, in a moment, I'll be speaking to Steve Coburn, who was instrumental in getting this project up and running. But first, I've been finding out why it's so welcome. We all have mental as well as physical health, and this group have all experienced difficulties with theirs. When Mel most needed support locally in Cornwall, she was sent over 250 miles away.
It just rapidly deteriorated, like I was in and out of hospital all the time. And then I got sent away to London around Christmas time, and then transferred in March until April. Left and then got admitted to Plymouth and stayed there for 6 weeks.
Being far from home can hinder recovery.
When you're away and your family has no money and you're stuck, the transition home is a lot harder because you can't just go on a couple of hours leave. You have to go on a couple of days because it's 2 days travelling.
You're not only in a crisis point, but if you're in a place you don't know, then you're also having to deal with the stress of new surroundings, new people you don't know. You can't get a community plan going and you can't see your friends, and it's just going to take so much longer.
These young people are welcoming and supporting Sowenna, Cornwall's first child and adolescent mental health services unit. And the construction is now well underway in Bodmin.
So Laura, where are you at with the build of this unit?
So we have all the main building up. So at the moment we're in the bedroom area, so we've got 14 bedrooms. But all around there's our main clinical site, which is the therapy rooms, the dining rooms, the lounges, the nurse station. At the front we've got our cafe and our activities barn. We've also got a parent area for them to be able to come and stay. And then on the other side, there's the education block.
The unit's getting closer to completion by the day. Dr. Laura Bunday, along with around 30 other members of staff, should start welcoming patients here from September.
Our big push over the summer holidays is just to feel that we're all confident and competent in all our different roles and with our policies and procedures, so that when we open we really expect to be gold standard really. A lot of our aspirations has been going over and above in order to be something a bit different, something innovative and something that really will fulfil the needs of young people and their families.
The sooner Sowenna opens, the sooner young people in Cornwall can start getting the support they need much closer to home. I'm now joined by Steve Coburn. Steve, the reason you became involved in this project is extremely upsetting and personal, isn't it?
It is. We lost our son Ben in 2010 after a very short mental health issue. He was being cared for in an adult unit in Cornwall, which was completely inappropriate for his care, and in December 2010, unfortunately, he took his own life. It was at that point we decided to found the Invictus Trust and to start campaigning, firstly to try and reduce stigma and get people talking about it, but secondly to improve services in Cornwall, because we discovered that there were no services at all for under 18-year-olds in Cornwall. And it's been a long journey, and at times it didn't really look like anything was going to happen. And I've been to Whitehall and back and round in the circles, and a couple of years ago we had a phone call to say that the funding had actually been agreed, and what we can see now is this amazing building, and we're delighted.
Absolutely. So yeah, you are delighted. Yeah. There is something that you'd like to improve on in the future, and that's the age range.
Yes, this unit is for under 18s, and unfortunately Ben was just 18, so he wouldn't have actually even got into this unit. There's been a lot of research in the intervening period particularly which says that adolescence doesn't stop on the day of your 18th birthday. It carries on into your 20s and probably as far as your 25. And in the NHS 10-year plan it now says that up to 25 is being recognised as the right age. So what we're looking for and what we're campaigning for is for this unit to be the first in the country to care for 13 to 25s. And for once, why not Cornwall lead rather than always come in second?
Absolutely. And briefly, what are your emotions looking at this building now?
I think it's absolutely wonderful. I think it will really help with the young people in Cornwall, and I think it'll be a huge asset for Cornwall.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much for joining us, Steve. And as I mentioned in my report, this unit is set to open for patients at the end of September.
Fantastic news. Grace Pascoe live in Bodmin. Thank you.